Today I'm going to be showing you the top 5 best movements for hip mobility if you are a beginner, if you feel like your hips are just so tight, you are so restricted in this area, and you feel like nothing is helping. I'm going to show you the movements that will open up your hips, and it's very, very important to also do these in order. We are going to be lubricating the hip joint, strengthening the hip joint, and also activating the parasympathetic nervous system to relax the muscles surrounding the joint. So very, very important. Let's get started on all fours. So bring your wrists beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And then as you exhale, I want you to draw your head away from your tailbone. So you're creating a nice long line. Draw your shoulder blades down. Close off your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Really, really fill the lungs up. Nice, long, big exhale. One more deep breath here. And a nice, long exhale. Now from here, I want you to push the backs of your hands into the ground and then kind of lift your fingertips up slightly so that there's little to no weight in those fingertips. All of the weight is in the back of the hands here. I want you to focus on creating nice equilibrium here. So we've got even distribution of weight amongst your body. This is important because you need to make sure that your alignment is correct here. You don't want to be putting your hips in any compromising position. So once you have a nice solid foundation, you're going to shift your weight over to your left knee and create that same equilibrium. From here, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to hug your knee into your chest. Inhale, send your knee back, almost like you're sending your toes up towards the sky. And you do not want any part of the body to move other than your knee right now. Obviously, your hips will move slightly, but keep everything else as still as possible. Exhale, hug your knee into your chest without moving any other part of the body. And then inhale, move your knee back, send your toes up towards the sky. Try your best to keep everything still. Exhale, hug knee into chest. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, hug. Inhale, lift. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Send your leg back out. Now from here, hug your knee into your chest again, and then send your knee out as much as you can until you can't anymore, and then send your knee back. We're creating circles. So hug your knee in, really keeping everything as still as you possibly can, round and out. You're going to feel a lot of activation in the hips here. This is an incredibly powerful movement that is lubricating the hip joint and also strengthening your hip flexors. So creating these circles, let's do 3 more. Keep breathing. Make sure that you are activating the parasympathetic nervous system with those deep breaths. Last 1. Now, your knee is facing the back of the room. Straighten your legs, send your toes out, back behind you. Now flex your feet. You're going to externally rotate your foot to face the side of the room, and then you're going to send your leg out, straight leg. It's going to be in line with your body as much as you can, and then bring your foot down. So hard. You're keeping your body still here, okay? I know that this is incredibly difficult, and you're like, how is this beginner? If you feel like you cannot lift your leg very high, simply just lower the leg down. You can even have your leg kind of really close to the floor. Okay. So we're going to do 4 more. Lift your foot up, send it all the way back. Send your leg out as much as you can and bring that foot down. Make this movement smaller if it's too hard. 2 more. Very hard for me too. Whew. Last one. Bring your knee down. Come to sit on your heels. Shake out your wrists, take a break. We'll do the other side. Whew. Remember to take those deep breaths. And then when we come back, set that foundation, make sure that everything is activated and you are staying as still as you possibly can. All right, back to the foundation. Drawing your shoulder blades away from your ears, take a deep breath in. And exhale, nice long line from the top of your head to your tailbone. Inhale again. Exhale, nice long line. Okay, inhale, lift your leg, your body's still. Exhale, hug your knee into your chest. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, hug. Now your body will move slightly, but the aim of the game is to try to keep it as still as possible. Last two. Last one. Now, you're hugging your knee into your chest. You're going to send your knee out as much as it possibly can out to the side. Bring it back and in. So we're drawing circles. Send that knee out, around, in. 3, 2, 1. Now your knee is facing the back of the room. Straighten your leg and point your foot. Now flex your foot. Externally rotate your leg. Send your leg out. Remember, you can bring that leg down. Tap that foot down. Lift it back up. All the way back around. 4 more. Keep breathing. 2. Last one. Bring that knee back in. Sit on your heels. Shake out your wrists. So difficult. But know that hip mobility takes work. So the common sort of misconception is that beginner equals easy. No, in fact, usually it's a little more difficult because you are coming into positions that your body is not used to. So you also don't have that mind-body connection. So when you're trying to do the movement, it feels like it's not happening. So know that that is all normal. It takes practice to get to the point where you know how to do a movement. And eventually, even for me, this is still challenging, but it is something that I know how to do and I can activate the muscle groups to be able to do it. All right, so now we're gonna come to a 45-90. Now, if this feels too intense, pop a block under the front leg. So I've got my right leg in front, pop a block underneath to lift your hips up if it's just too much. If you don't have a block, use some pillows, just lift your hips up so that it takes the pressure off. But otherwise, you've got that front leg in a 45-degree angle and then the back leg in a 90. Bring whichever leg you've got in front, bring that same hand to the side and the other hand on the hip. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lift and send your hip forward. So you're squeezing this glute to bring your hip forward and then you'll relax your hip back down. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, return. Exhale, squeeze, return. Squeeze, return. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm not in the best position right now for what we're about to do. If you are the same as me, you want to be facing the long edge of the mat because we're going to come forward, or actually just want to be facing so that both your knees will be on the mat. We're going to come forward into froggy. I know froggy is intense, but that's the point. Okay, so from this 45-degree angle, you're going to lean forward, come to your elbows. Not as hard as I did. I don't know why I did it like that. You can come down nice and gently. You're going to come forward onto your elbows, and then you're going to lean forward and then bring that front leg out, and then open up your knees. Now, try to bring your knees in line with the hips here, and then feet flexed, facing away from one another. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lean back. So it's really going to intensify. So you simply just lessen the movement if this is too intense. You bring your hips up. So you bring your knees closer together, okay? Deep breath in. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale. Exhale, lean back. Inhale. And exhale, lean back. Now, whichever leg was in front first, so let's say you had your right leg in front, you're going to do the opposite leg, you're going to bring the opposite leg in. So I'm going to bring my left leg in to sit back, and I'll be on 45, 90 on the other side. 45-degree angle, 90-degree angle on the back leg. Hand to the floor, other hand on hip. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the glute to send that hip forward. Inhale, return. Exhale, hip forward. Inhale, return. Let's do 7. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll come back to froggy. So lean forward, come to your forearms. You want both your knees on the mat so it's nice and soft. Knees out nice and wide. Feet facing away from one another and they are flexed. Deep breath in. Exhale, lean back. Inhale. Exhale, lean back. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Bring your hands to the floor. You can bring whichever leg in to come up. And then just knock your knees together. Feet out, toes facing in, and lean back. So we're just countering that stretch. Take a deep breath in here. Notice how your hips feel. Now, you can actually repeat this sequence 3 times a day, and that is really going to expedite the process. Otherwise, do this at least once a day if you want to have mobile, flexible hips, okay? But 3 times a day is going to be a game changer. You're going to notice a giant difference within a month for sure. So up to you on how much progress you want to make and how quick. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I'm so grateful that you took the time out of your day to spend it with me. And I am so excited to see you in the next one.